Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Calgary Center for Spiritual Living, and welcome to the morning's meditation. So my name's Lance Rath. I'm a spiritual practitioner here at the center, and our meditation will go for about 22 minutes, something like that, and afterwards we'll have a little break, and then our Sunday celebration will begin with some music. So for right now, I just simply invite you to get comfortable in your chair. For those at home, get comfortable in your couch or your bed or wherever you are. And just breathe. And as you breathe, just note your breath. It's quite simple. I like to say to myself, I am breathing in and I am breathing out. You do not need to control your breath. You do not need to force it. Just allow your body to do what it naturally does. Breathing in and breathing out. So our meditation today will take us into our inner sanctum, our inner self. And from there, we will connect to that one presence, that singular consciousness, source, spirit, whatever you want to call it. But again, for right now, I am breathing in and I am breathing out. And as you note your breath, I invite you to just feel or sense or envision a warm, soft energy coming in from the crown of your head and gently moving downwards. A very soft, gentle, soothing energy from the scalp of your head, washing slowly over your skin and seeping into your scalp. Just a soft, relaxing energy. Moving downwards towards your neck, your shoulders. You can feel them perhaps drop just a little bit more as you relax deeper. And moving towards your upper back, your chest. Just slowly feeling your muscles relax. And again, just noting the breath. I am breathing in and I am breathing out. And then warm, gentle energy continues coursing throughout and over your body, your stomach, your hips, just continuing to move downwards and still coming in through your scalp, through the crown of your head, washing over you gently. And it's gone all the way over your thighs and your knees and your calves and your feet. Just a warm, gentle, soothing energy. So I'm going to leave you in this space for a moment or two to just simply enjoy being. Enjoy feeling this relaxing moment. When thoughts come in, as they inevitably do, just focus again on your breath. I am breathing in And I am breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. So now I invite you to, if you can, tune in to your heartbeat. Bada bum. Bada bum. And you may be able to feel or sense that, or you may not. Either's fine. You can also just simply envision your heart beating. Another amazing aspect of our bodies, we do not control our heartbeat. We don't ever have to even think about it. It does what it does. And thank God for that. Bada bum. Bada bum. There's different ideas on where our consciousness or our presence or our soul or our spirit live. For right now, place that part of you that is you and associate it to your heartbeat. That inner essence that is you, that core of your being. Just envision it being associated with that heartbeat. For every moment that you're alive, that's where you are. That's where you come from. That's where you generate from. That is where you reside and from where you expand. So again, I'll give you a couple moments. This time, just envisioning yourself, that inner core, spirit, soul of you, beating and being with your heart. Bada bump. Bada bump. Bada bump. Now I invite you to expand your awareness just a little bit outside of yourself. There's another soul, another beingness, another consciousness, another human body fairly close to you. And just for this moment, tune in to their heartbeat. There's another spiritual being having a human experience very close to you that is functioning exactly the same as you. Their heart is doing what yours is doing. Their consciousness is just as clearly present as your own within their own body. Bada bump. Bada bump. Bada bump. now take a moment to expand that sphere of awareness just a little bit wider. A few more feet. And a few more feet again, and there's just more heartbeats in this room. Or wherever you might be. Other heartbeats doing exactly the same thing. Sustaining life. Allowing for the opportunity for a soul to experience this world. Another life. And another life. And another life. Just as unique and as precious as your own, and yet so many ways the same. And expand it again. And if you can, perhaps envision that really there is just one heartbeat. The one heartbeat of life beating all around and within you. Bada-bum. 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 In this teaching, we believe there is one life, one presence, one consciousness, one power. One force of creation, one love. And it is in and behind and in and through all life. It is that heartbeat. All around and within you. So I'm going to give you another moment or two, another minute or two. Just be in that space. Be with that heartbeat. Be with that one life. And when we give ourselves the opportunity to be in the space, that is enough. That is the power of being in the now. So take these 2 minutes and enjoy them. Bada bump. Bada bump. And now, you beautiful soul, it is time to return to the physical space in which you reside. So gently, slowly, return your thoughts back to the room you're in, back into your body, back into your chair. You can start to wiggle your toes, your fingers. Get that kink out of your neck that's been begging to be kinked out. And you can turn to this room and just remember that heart is always there beating. Whether you place your awareness there or not, it's there. And that's exactly the same with the one presence, with that one love, with that one power, always there. Whether you think about it or place your awareness there or not. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. We can begin the preparation for the rest of today. Namaste.
You can cry all night. strife. I'm gonna fly past the worry and the pain, 'cause today I'm flying on faith.
Let's give it up for Elevation. So my name's Lance. I'm your MC today. Hello. Dr. Pat's not here, as you can obviously tell. So I know. But we've got an amazing guest speaker. I will talk about that in a moment or two. First of all, welcome. We welcome all faiths. We put this slide up every morning because we want to make sure you know that we're not a religion. We are not a thing like that. So instead, we are a philosophy. We're a faith tradition. We are hoping that we can help you to think more for yourself about the greater you and the greater world and the greater spirit. So, we've got some pictures here of different representations of different faith traditions. I just want to again say, wherever you are in your spiritual journey, you're welcome here. We very much believe we're all on our own. So you're one of the 8 billion, and thanks for being here. So I guess we're going to do the Kong song. That's, I'm not an MC very often, so let's jump into the Kong song. Stand up. This is where we all sing with the band. Give it up for Amy Bishop, Lisa Jacobs, Luis Tovar, Steph Chapman, Oliver Miguel. That's obviously for me specifically. Thank you very much. So now the everyone's favorite part, the announcement, right? Where's the cheer for the announcement? All right, so later on today, we've got Valda, who is also going to be our guest speaker, giving a workshop, and I'll let you give a couple moments to let people know what's going on.
Use the mic. I'll do that. Oh, I'm on. All right, so the talk today is faith and fear, and so is the the workshop afterwards. And when I got thinking about it, this part of it is really a deeper step into visioning. So when we have an idea that we would really love, what will come up alongside of it is all the fear, doubt, and worry. And it comes up a split second after, so we hold on to that expansive feeling of what we would love and move into that more and more often. So if that's something that appeals to you, I would love to see you there. Thank you.
Thank you, Valda. And she didn't mention, but it's $20 is what we ask for that. And we'll definitely just take cash if you got it, or you can send an e-transfer to the email address that's listed there, office@calgarycsl.org. And again, that's right after service with a little bit of a break to go get a bite to eat and come on back if you'd like. All right. So this is important. We've got the casino coming up this week, March 26th and 27th. And we're all filled up for positions, but if you signed up and you're like, wait a second, I can't remember what I signed up for, then talk to me or Alana Newton. She's standing right there. I would actually say go talk to her first, but if you can't find her, then you can talk to me. So, and again, thank you very much to everyone who has signed up to volunteer. Just a quick note, again, it's going to be at the Pure Casino, a different location than we've been the last two times. So, Pure Casino on Meridian Road Northeast. All right, and then our next social event is a game night. It is coming up on April 4th. It'll be here at the center. It's going to be at 7 a.m. We ask that 7 a.m., sorry, 7 p.m. Do not come here at 7 a.m. There will be nobody here at 7 a.m. at all. So, yeah, 7 p.m. And today and for and next Sunday as well, we'll have a little sign up so that we know who's coming. You're welcome to bring whatever board games you like, some snacks, and it'll just be a really fun evening with whoever wants to show up. So that's what that's going to look like. Again, April 4th, 7 p.m. All right, we have a membership drive and renewal going on right now. Over 100 people have already signed up to be a member. There's no cost to be a member. It's really simple. You're basically making a declaration or a statement that yes, the Calgary Center for Spiritual Living is your spiritual home. That's as simple as that. And then we will have an annual general meeting at the end of April that you can then attend and be a voting member for. So that's that. We have 2 online community groups currently going on. The Saging Circle with Sandra and Neil Butler. You can see at the bottom there's an email address for Sandra. If you want to join the Saging Circle or you just want to know more information about it, use that email address. Excuse me. And it is a group for our wisdom keepers, our people within our community that are in that 55 plus range that are looking to expand their spiritual awareness, their spiritual livingness within their own lives, and to do that within a group of people led by 2 amazing individuals of Sandra and Neil Butler. On Wednesdays, Dr. Pat has a noon call, and everyone's also welcome to that. And she just picks a spiritual topic for the day and talk about it. That's what it looks like. Both of those are online. Okay, so now I'd invite our spiritual practitioners and ordained ministers to come on up. I don't go through the names, but I will point out that we're adding Neil Williams to the list today. We have a group of spiritual practitioners that are, well, I shouldn't say that. We have a group of people that are going through a course called Advanced Consciousness Studies. It's a year-long course. And if they want to continue to be a spiritual practitioner, they have 1 more year of training after that. Neil is a TA for that. He's done many things already within the education part of Centers for Spiritual Living. But Dr. Pat has agreed to finally add him to the official list. There we go. So we will take a moment to center in and really focus on the more spiritual centering aspect of the service today. aside from Valda's amazing talk, of course. So I invite you just to settle in, and we'll do a quick chant, and then I'll do a spiritual mind treatment for you all.
Open wide my heart. 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 Open wide my heart.
So in this moment, I do open. I open my awareness, my consciousness, my presence, my thoughts, my beingness, and my heart to that one universe, that one source, that cause, that power that is in and behind and within everything. That one life, that one heartbeat that flows into and out through every single person that's in this room now, including myself. For I know I am of that great, amazing one love. That the power of the entire universe flows through me always, whether I think about it or not. But right now I am, and I'm feeling that one energy, that one power, that one love deep within my heart. And I know that it is unstoppable. It is a natural flowing and beingness that envelops all that I am. And I know that what is true for me is true for every single person in this room and who is listening right now. That one love is unbreakable. That it is always there, and it is gentle, and it is kind, and it is who I also am. So with gratitude of knowing that truth, I simply right now let it be, let it go, and already know that it is, and so it is.
Open wide my heart. Open wide my heart. Open wide my heart. Open wide my heart.
Thank you, Amy. To your chairs. And we'll have another amazing tune by Elevation.
Close my eyes, I can see world that's waiting up for me, that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before. It feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care if they call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make. There's a house we could build. Every room inside is filled with things from far away. Special things that I compile, each one there to make you smile on a rainy day. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care if they call me crazy. Run away to a world that we design. Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, the vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams, the world we're gonna make. However big, however small, let me be part of it all. Share your dreams with me. May be right, I may be wrong. I wanna bring you along to the world I see, to the world we close our eyes to see. We close our eyes to see. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, brightest colors fill my head. Million dreams are keeping me awake. Think of what the world could be, the vision of the one I see. Million dreams is all it's gonna take. Million dreams for the world we're gonna make. For the world we're gonna make.
All right, once again, give it up for Elevation, Amy Bishop,
Woo!
Oliver Miguel, Steph Chapman, Louise Tovar, and Lisa Jacobs. We are blessed with the music in this center, are we not? All right, so now I never got a bio or anything for you, so I'll just, I've known Valda for 15 years. We took some Science of Mind courses 15 years ago, and I've known her ever since, along with her daughter Elizabeth. And so Valda is a spiritual practitioner here at the center. She's done all that training. I know that she's also done a whole bunch of amazing things within the education world prior to that and during that. She was also the president of the board for at least a year, right? And all kinds of things. Like, Valda's just amazing. Please give her a hand. Come on up.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Lance. So if you'd like, please breathe with me. And with each breath, a reminder that love is, I am, I know who I am, and therefore it is so. A young man setting out on his vision quest was filled with inner conflict. He reached out to an elder of his tribe to gain some clarity. He described what was happening inside of him as feeling like two powerful wolves vying for his attention. One wolf was encouraging him to go for his dream, playfully calling him forward, and sometimes nipping at his heels and pulling him to the wonder of possibility of all his life was meant to be. The second wolf was pushing him back with bared teeth and thoughts of all that could go wrong in the unknown territory he was entering. Dangers were lurking in every corner, the potential of devastating losses, and this wolf was calling him a coward and letting him know that he didn't have what it takes. In despair, the young man asked the elder, "Which wolf will win?" And the elder confidently replied, "The one that's pulling you toward your dream." The young man felt like a weight had been lifted, and he felt the truth of it, but he was curious. Why is this so? Because this is the wolf that you will feed. When I brought to my son what had been nudging me to talk about today, I asked how he felt about me sharing it. And he quietly said, "Mom, it's your story too." So this is a story of imperfect faith, the faith of a vision and the faith in fear, and how I flipped that coin moment by moment. It's the story of subconsciously and intuitively reaching into my spiritual toolkit and training and applying it even when I couldn't reach the feeling of truth in a moment. It's looking back that I became aware of the tools I applied and the gifts for moving forward. And I'll share these with you today. And may you find a part of your story in these words. Oh, I've got a slide. Through my story is the awareness that God is always with us, that life is always for us, that love is with us and for us. It's a story about surrendering the outcome to this knowing. It's a story of faith, it's a story of grace, it's a story of love, and it's messy, and it's still writing itself. This human journey is full of twists and turns, and not one of us knows what the end date is for us. What I believe to my core is that we are here for life, day by day, moment by moment, breath by breath. As Suzanne Giesemann says, love in full expression. There is not one thing you could think of that's beyond the capacity of the universe to bring forth. And you are one with this universal power, presence, and mind. A little over a year ago, I received a call from my tall, handsome, funny, intelligent, kind, and strong 28-year-old son, Samuel. He was experiencing pain in his ankles and wrists, and both were inflamed and swollen. He wasn't able to sleep because of the pain. He works as an environmental scientist doing land and water reclamation for the oil industry, and at the time was up north in the bush working long hours, dark to dark. With all the calm I could muster, I asked if he thought he maybe could get in to see a doctor. And he didn't think so. He was coming home in a few days, and he really wanted to see our family doctor. The initial diagnosis was arthritis, and my heart broke. Samuel's passions are playing lacrosse and other sports, along with anything to do with the outdoors. And he has a deep respect and love for everything in nature. And when he was scheduled to go back to the field after having seen the doctor and getting a bit of medication, he figured he could muscle it out with the medication he received. And that evening, when he arrived at his destination and got ready for bed, he called and sent me photos of lumps that had formed all over his legs during the long drive. And when our doctor saw the photos the next morning, he asked that Samuel come directly home. He was concerned about Samuel's heart. So when I hung up the phone with that news, I dropped to my knees. I was not calm. I did not sleep. I couldn't stop crying. I paced. I was literally beside myself. And my first impulse was to get on a plane and bring him home, or at least be with him on the long drive. I felt utterly helpless. The human side of my nature needed to do something, and every paradigm was sounding the alarm. The wolf I was feeding was so hungry, it began devouring me. Neil, my husband of only a few weeks at that point, must have wondered what happened to me. But he calmly held me and let me feel the feelings thoroughly. And he held the high watch of knowing a higher truth for me and for Samuel. Our family doctor is highly revered in the field and an angel, and he wasted no time. He knew Samuel since birth, and by the time Samuel was home the next day, I drove into Calgary to take him for a series of tests and procedures that the doctor had lined up. Samuel's feet were so inflamed that I winced to witness the pain that came with each careful step. I felt his courage with each test, and I was just grateful to be with him and to do anything that felt like helping. Something was showing up on Samuel's lung x-rays, and when I drove him to the specialist, more tests were ordered. They were ruling out cancer. Testing, waiting. Testing and waiting. It wasn't cancer. I stayed away from Google for the most part. But I did read about the condition that was suspected and later confirmed. It was something I'd never heard of and quite rare, and within that percentage, even more rare amongst young people, especially young Caucasian males. It was life-threatening, and it acted quickly. There was one line in the description that I held on to over the weeks and continue to know, that it can show up very quickly and leave just as quickly and may never show up again in a lifetime. Somewhere inside of me, I was aware that my own consciousness was not helpful, that there is a higher truth that is not touched by conditions, and that only I could mind my mind, stand guard, as Emerson says, and move to a higher truth. That this mind is also the mind that we all share. This was not easy. I did not do it perfectly. In fact, at one point, I worried Samuel more by the questions I wanted him to pose to his specialist, and he grew quieter about subsequent visits there. He is not the helpless little boy I still hold on to sometimes. He's a man of inner strength, of courage and curiosity. He's a man of integrity and character. He has depth of love and kindness, and he's an open-hearted wisdom that continues to inspire and teach me. The love, light, power that is in all is also in him. That every cell, particle, space of his body is also this God stuff of infinite intelligence that knows what it is and what to do to thrive. I asked Samuel his permission before each step, and Neil and I began affirmative prayer right away. Samuel had been one of my first clients, along with Elizabeth, when I became a coach. I call them my guinea pigs. So he understood what I was talking about when I was talking about affirmative prayer and the ways that we're thinking. I reached out to my prayer partner, Yale, who was my prayer partner from practitioner training, to know the truth when I wasn't able to keep consistent in my own awareness. I don't know if he's here, but thank you. I reached out to my minister, mentor, and teacher and friend, Dr. Pat. Thank you. I reached out to friends and family who loved Samuel and asked them to pray, seeing him well and strong. Thank you. I set up and led Power of 8 Zoom calls. Thank you. I pulled out powerful tools that came to mind that I'd practiced and taught others to use. I'd like all of us here to be aware that when we are struggling, that the practitioners are here for you. And if you would love to just find this place that would kind of ease that stress, or that, like you feel like a kettle that's about to burst, give Dr. Pat an email, and she will send one out to all of us, and we will all treat for you and with you. Gradually, that sliver of truth began to grow inside of me, like a new moon moving to full. Peace, trust, faith in this infinite intelligence that is always here for us. It seemed thousands of times a day I noticed the fear, doubt, and worry. I felt it. I breathed into it. And when limiting thoughts rose to the surface, I noticed it and repeated the mantra for Samuel and myself. Radical, regenerative health and vitality. And gradually, the frequency of my vigilance on my own thoughts began to lessen. Samuel is radical, regenerative health and vitality. This was the first tool, pivoting from a limiting thought to a true thought that I'd practiced often with my coach, Patrick Harbula, and we'll also share this in the workshop. The second main tool from my spiritual first aid training came from a story I've heard many, many times in the last 5 years through my work with Mary Morrissey. I've heard it so often I can almost repeat it by rote. I know that each word that Mary shares is conscious and intentional. And one line dropped into my mind that was lit up like a neon sign as I opened myself to share this talk. She said, "My mother wept for me as though I had died." In the mid-60s, Mary had become pregnant, well, in her second year of high school, and in her mother's eyes at that moment, her life was over. When Mary's son John was 3 months old, Mary was in the hospital dying from kidney failure. She had nephritis in both kidneys, and the doctors were preparing to remove the most diseased one to try to extend Mary's life and to give her a better quality of life with the short time she had left. On the night before her surgery, a hospital chaplain was at her bedside offering to pray with her. Now, at that point, Mary and the God of her understanding weren't very good friends. She felt she was rightfully being punished. The hospital chaplain did not pray in the way Mary expected, but instead offered her some new ideas that she hadn't been aware of. She asked what Mary had been thinking about these past several months. And although Mary deeply loved her little boy, she'd been shunned by her friends and their families, kicked out of the high school that she loved, and was now living with her husband and baby with her parents. She was alone in her cycle of thoughts that reinforced her unworthiness, her guilt, and her shame. The woman by her bedside talked about the power of thoughts and asked Mary if she could believe she could wake up and not need the surgery. Now, Mary was a teenager at that point. She said no, she couldn't believe that. So she asked again, could you believe that all those thoughts could be put into the diseased kidney, and when they're removed, they're gone, and you'll be healed? No. Mary couldn't believe that. But when she looked at the woman, she realized that the woman believed it. So a part of her began to believe that she could believe in the woman's belief. Please notice this. Just a corner of her mind remained open, not to her own belief, but the woman's belief. A little step, a little faith goes a long way. That mustard seed that many of us have heard of in our old Bible training, a mustard seed. It's enough. So the woman provided some tools. When thoughts of guilt or shame or undeserving and fear drifted back into Mary's mind, she guided her to stop it by saying, that went out with the kidney. And then she said, if you could live, what would you love? Mary created images for herself that she would think of several times a day while recovering from the surgery. She'd always wanted to be a teacher, so she saw herself doing that. She loved the idea of walking her son to school on the first day of kindergarten, her hand in his, as they walked down the hallway to his room, her heels clicking and echoing as they went. And she bent down to his level and hugged him at the door, and then confidently continued down the hall to her own classroom, where she would start her first day as a teacher. She went further down. She started to build images of herself being there for his graduation and then his wedding as he married the love of his life, and she in the front row. And she felt the feelings of these images. That night before the surgery was the first night Mary had slept for a full 8 hours, free from much of the pain that had been keeping her awake. The doctor sent her home so she could have a little time there before she died. And of course, when she returned and they tested her, the other kidney was completely clear and healthy. And they had no explanation. And her chart indicated medical anomaly. Several times a day, I placed in my imagination images of Samuel living on a small farm set in the foothills. I saw the little barn, the workshop. I saw him driving a brand new truck, coming home and being met by his beautiful love, Alyssa, with a huge embrace before going inside, thriving and radiant with inner peace and happiness. often Samuel will remind me of my own wonderful father. So I saw myself and Neil visiting there, and I know this isn't part of what you should do when you're dream building, but I indulged myself by reaching out to grandchildren that jumped into my arms as I came to the door with my overnight bag placed to the side before feeling the familiar sensation of me being on tiptoe with my face against Samuel's neck and collar in a side hug. I saw him having blissful days on the river, fly fishing. I saw him ice fishing and hiking. I saw him in a community league playing volleyball, laughing with the joy and fun I witnessed so often while he was doing this in school. And I saw him coaching lacrosse and giving back to a new generation. Saw him laughing around the campfire with his family and friends, trying new recipes of his own creation in the bright kitchen and sharing them with his family. I saw him writing and painting his detailed and unique compositions in watercolor. I saw and felt the easy feeling of us all laughing together over games at Christmas. I Googled pictures of healthy lungs, and I kept that image in my mind as Samuel's lungs. I realized that much of what I'd been building and practicing over the years in this teaching really came up to conscious awareness in those early months of 2024. Just like first aid training, it will support us in a real emergency. Pam Grout is another favorite teacher that I love. She's a teacher and student of A Course in Miracles who writes powerful books full of fun experiments to play with in awareness. Dr. Pat led a book study on this when she first joined us. The book was E Squared, so if you're interested, it's worth playing with. Several years ago now, I revisited these books while sitting in my chair. I was unable to move very far while recovering from a pretty serious episode of vertigo. Being that it was the dead of winter and I was literally stuck in my chair, my only view was kids walking outside on their way to school, the odd squirrel in the park, the trees I befriended on those long, quiet days. This was a real test of Pam Grout's experiments, because I wasn't going anywhere. But over and over, I ended up seeing what I was looking for. I found it, what I was paying attention to. Until one day, the exact experiment was, see a senior citizen, stylish senior citizen, in a fashionable red hat. This is me in my chair, looking out the window in the cold. They weren't looking for a toque, but a fashionable red hat. So down my quiet street in the dead of winter, my disbelief really kicked in. And then I just let it go. I kind of forgot about it. And out of the blue, my sister called. She and my niece were going to go to our favorite consignment store, and would I like to come and just sit and watch? And I jumped at it. Of course I would. I'd sit in the chair while they tried on clothes. Now, the chair for waiting husbands in the store was by the front window. And I was enjoying seeing the outfits the two of them were trying on. And then out of the corner of my eye, I saw a flash of red that caught my attention. A huge, bright, shiny, fire engine red Hummer was stopped to drop someone off. It caught my attention. And out of the passenger side hopped a fit, stylish, beautiful, older woman, probably my age, dressed head to toe in that same fire engine red. And her outfit was topped by a Hello Dolly type of hat, which included a swooping red feather. Each of these experiments were fun, and I hadn't realized that they were feeding my faith. Where you place your attention, you place your intention. I was building my toolkit. A little over 2 months ago now, I received another call from Samuel, and he sounded like he was driving, so I just nonchalantly asked him, because the kids will often call me when they're driving. I was seeing where was he? He surprised me to say that he was just leaving the specialist. He'd been back to work for months, had vacationed in Belize with Alyssa and a group of their friends, hiked, fished, camped. He looked great at Christmas. But since my pointed and frightening question so early on the journey, I hadn't heard how it had been going from the angels in the white coats. He let me know his lungs were completely clear. His blood work was 100%. He would not be seeing the specialist for another year. And in that moment, I dropped to my knees again. And I tell this story to affirm for you the tools that you put into practice in mind have power, that this is the truth for each of us. There may be something vying for your attention right now, two wolves, each with a different idea of what your life can be. And this extends to the interesting times we're experiencing right now as a collective on the planet. I invite us all to notice all of this inside of us and decide where we place our energy, our vision, or our fear. At any moment, we can ask ourselves, which wolf am I feeding? With Samuel's journey, at some level and over time, I was able to surrender to the love that is always and everywhere present. This love was amplified and supported by our beloved community of family and friends. Thank you. There is nothing but the unknown when we get really clear about what we would love in any given moment. We don't know how a vision can be. I didn't know the outcome of this particular vision, and along the way, a part of me surrendered to infinite intelligence. The life we share together became more important and filled with a lightness and joy so different from the heavy, constrictive energy of my worry and fear. The experience shone a light on the beauty of each moment. It made my moments with my son, my daughter, my husband, my children's partners, our family and friends, all I've been blessed to love in my life, shine more brightly as appreciation and wonder and love. I was reminded once again how precious each life and each breath is. And there is not one thing you could think of that's beyond the capacity of the universe to bring forth, and you are one with this universal power, presence, and mind. Life is. I am. I know who I am. Therefore it is so. As we grow more and more aware, moment by moment, of which wolf we're feeding, and decide to feed the wolf of faith, the moments we do have become little drops of heaven as our life. Love in full expression. That is what I know for each of us. And so it is. Thank you. Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Valda. Oh, you're right. Thank you so much, Valda. So we'll bring up elevation to try to top that. Yeah.
Possible. As time has unfolded me, it has revealed to me life's nothing less than sublime. Every thought I make, every breath I take, may I be gracious and kind. Love, I invite you to open up this heart of mine. Love, cover me, light any darkness. Love, cover me, right every wrong. Cause me to see love over hatred. Guide me to be faithful and strong. Love, cover me. Love, cover me. Kindness wash over me, make me a symphony, play every note you can find. Make me reverberate, gently deactivate, slowly flow out of my mind. Find me a melody, dance and make my anthem be. Love, cover me, hide any darkness. Love, cover me, right every wrong. Cause me to see love over hatred. Guide me to be faithful and strong. Love, cover me. 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 I will not be shaken and I will not be moved. Love, cover me. May my heart awaken, tenderness be proved. Love, cover me. Love, cover me. Love, 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 love. Love, I invite you to open up this heart of mine. Love, cover me, hide any darkness. Love, cover me, right every wrong. Cause me to see love over hatred. Guide me to be faithful and strong. Love, cover me. Love, cover me. Love, cover me. Love, cover me. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Let's all sing that together. Love, love, love. Love, 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 love. Now point that love toward the wolf you want to feed. can't hear you. Sing it from your toes. Turn to the next verse beside you. Love, 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 love. Yeah. Love, 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 love. Close your eyes and turn it inward. Love, love, love. Love, 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 and more, like a whisper. Love, 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 love.
Well, damn. That was, I was kind of joking that you should top that. I don't know if you topped it, but that was a good match.
It got
so,
me.
Once again, Amy Bishop, Oliver Miguel, Steph Chapin, Louis Tavor, Lisa Jacobs. Woo! Okay, so now we talk about supporting the center. So there's lots of ways to do that. This is where we circulate prosperity, circulate abundance, be part of the process that allows this band and guest speakers and everything to happen in this place. So you can read the slide yourself. Let's do our consciousness giving affirmation together. I live in a universe of abundance, and as I freely and joyfully give, I join in the divine flow. All that I give returns to me multiplied abundantly because I am so blessed, and so it is. All right, we'll pass the baskets around and sing.
Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful. 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 Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me. Gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, 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 I'm so grateful.
Awesome. Thank you. All right, now we get to invite the little souls back into the room. Miss Rachel, would you like the microphone?
What a sultry vibe that is. The kids have no idea what that song is, but I do, and it's wonderful. Pink Panther. Thank you so much for bringing these little kids to Fun Day. We had so much fun today. We made bracelets for our little furry friend pets, or for our family members. And Hawk, can you hold up the book? Can you hold the book up? We read a book called, other way, Have You Filled a Bucket Today, which is all about, you hold it, which is all about filling people's buckets or dipping from people's buckets. And they had a lot of really great examples. And then we ate some sugar, and now they're yours to take home. Woo! Thank you so much for coming to the Calgary Center for Spiritual Living. I look forward to seeing these kids every single week. Do we have any speakers? Woo! That's about it. Thank you so much. Please check out our soul shop, and I will see you next week.
Thank you, Miss Rachel. Thank you, little souls. All right, let's wrap this today up. Stand up with me if you like. We'll rub our hands together. Let's focus on that one love. Focus on that love within us. And in a moment, we will release it out to whoever and wherever it's needed. And whoosh. Have a wonderful day, everyone.
It's the cry of a baby. It's the whisper in prayer. It's voices and laughter. It's the wind and the stillness. It's the spaces between. It's a spark of fire. It's a seed, a flower. It's a butterfly's wing. It's a call and an answer. It's a breath, a stirring. It's a pulse in my veins. Moves in as I'm through me. It's the truth, it's a knowing. It's our only design. It's eternally growing. It's peace, it's power. It connects all to one. Has no end, no beginning. It's receiving and giving. I release, I let go. Divine shrugging the shoulder. Love.
Okay, yep. This is the sound of a man who's made a huge mistake.
My dad died, so it's a lot easier to just go back to work. I know, yeah.